Alright guys, who broke the robot?
Hello everyone, I'm a broken robot. If there is anything certain about the internet, it's people arguing in comment sections and social parasites. These type of content creators come in all shapes and sizes and exist on all social media platforms. They all come in many different forms. Some copy larger content creators, others clickbait their thumbnails with images or titles related to larger creators, but I think it's safe to say that the lowest level of internet bottom feeders is none other than reaction content. Recently on TikTok there has been a resurgence in reaction content, and it's returned in the worst form yet. But before we could get into that, let's talk about how far reaction content has come over the years and the many ways that it's changed for the better and for the worst. The first major wave of reaction content came from none other than YouTube itself. Back in 2012, the site was a much different place. Most content creators were still using webcams, and Smosh and other future YouTube celebrities were just starting their careers. YouTube content consisted of mostly tutorials, skits, and general comedy. YouTube had recently added a new feature to their site, allowing viewers of various videos to reply with a video of their own. At first, this feature was used by friends replying to each other's videos, or if you posted something unpopular, people would reply with issues they had with the video you posted. But a growing group of content creators was growing, and soon enough, they began to dominate the entire reply section on almost every major video. These creators, nicknamed Reply Girls by the YouTube community, were basically the proto e-girl Twitch streamers, and I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. These girls would flock to whatever video was popular of the day and leave a 2 to 3 minute long reply of their review or general feelings towards the video they had just watched. Now, despite this being some of the laziest, bottom of the barrel content you could find on the site, many of these reply girls would often hit as many views as the original video itself. Now let's address the elephant in the room. These creators didn't blow up in popularity because of their deep philosophical opinions on me at the zoo. They grew in popularity because of their great personality and content of character. But in all seriousness, thanks to a mix of public backlash and YouTube removing the video reply feature by mid-2014, all that remains of the reply girls are abandoned husks of channels that haven't been touched since. Many of these young women made a fair bit of money off the ad revenue at a time when making money on the site was only available to the top level of YouTube community creators, which only further fueled the hatred towards their content. One of the more infamous reply girls, Natalie Starr, even admitted to her followers that she has made about $100 per reply video, and when you post 10 videos a day it adds up fast. And now in 2023, reply girls only exist as a bit of internet trivia. The reply girls died out by the end of June 2014. A new group of reaction content began to flood the site. In 2013, the first wave of reaction channels began to pop up all over YouTube. While some channels like Anthony Fantano's The Needle Drop kept their content upscaled and with some review aspects, the majority of these channels were no better than the reply girls. Once you've seen one reaction channel, you've basically seen them all. They are usually run by some man in his mid-20s that's too lazy or too stupid to make their own content, so they instead film themselves on a webcam like it's 2006 and then crop a video in the background. These types of videos exist to this day, but the majority of the channels that emerged around 2014 and 2015 were infamous for such tropes as watching the entire video to milk watch time, blurring out the original video's creator to avoid content violation, and blankly staring at the screen only to smile sometimes, maybe fake a chuckle so the viewers know your screen didn't freeze. One channel that was the poster child for this lame and derivative content was Jinx Reloaded. Today Jinx is a dead channel, but back in 2015 he was the #1 reaction channel. His only competition were those annoying Fine Bro react videos that the algorithm would force feed down your throat. The reaction channels from this era would react to anything, and when I say anything, I mean anything and everything. Video games, movie trailers, music videos, other YouTubers' content, documentaries. For Christ's sake, there are even reaction videos for the funeral of Queen Elizabeth. If it was something in video form, it was fair game for most of these channels. But anyway, Jinx laid down the bedrock of what all reaction channels would copy and replicate. To put it in perspective, unless you were already a large YouTuber that would occasionally react to content every now and then, making reaction content in 2015 is like trying to sell glow sticks at Coachella. It's not gonna get you anywhere. Much like with Jinx Reloaded, most of the small and middle tier reaction channels were dead by 2016. Except for the Fine Bros that refuse to let the genre die. They'll be making Elders react videos until the sun blows up. Now, I don't want you guys to think that I'm just being negative for dramatic effect. Some reaction content, when done right, can be very entertaining. An example of good reaction content is a series run by PewDiePie called Lawai. If you're unfamiliar with this content, basically, Felix will go into his own subreddit and review memes, videos, and all kinds of fan-submitted material.
PewDiePie! Welcome to Lawai.
Leave your memes on the Reddit, 19-year-old. And I'll measure your PPs on the next episode of Lawai.
From this content, the viewer gets to see Felix's honest reaction and commentary on each post, while also giving the viewer something to look at that isn't just a video playing that they've likely already seen. And while all reaction YouTube channels are doomed to obscurity due to the lack of audience retention, PewDiePie makes all kinds of content, and his reaction videos are just one more spice in his channel's cooking pot. This brings me to the main point of this video, and what actually inspired me to make this video in the first place. If you thought the Reply Girls and Jinx was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet, fool. So like every other Gen Zer rotting away in their bedroom at 3 AM on a Thursday night, I'm on social media a lot, looking at memes, sharing memes, just in general a lot of meme action. Now personally, I don't use TikTok, but I do from time to time fall down the rabbit hole of Instagram Reels. And let's just be honest, Instagram Reels are basically the exact same thing. As I was scrolling, I saw something odd. It was a video of a political commentary video, but to the right of it, it was being duetted by a gentleman blankly staring at his screen. I wasn't sure if there was some kind of inside joke that I had missed or if there was some kind of irony towards the video itself. I then went to this person's account only to realize this dude has 40k followers and has brand deals from content that is just him blankly staring while watching videos made by someone else. I assumed this was some niche internet celebrity that I didn't know, and I went on with my scrolling only to find that there are thousands of these accounts. While the Reply Girls of the past had to at least pretend they were interesting, and Jinx had to upload 3 times a day to stay relevant, most of these accounts are sitting in the 5 digits of followers for blankly staring at a TikTok of some gentleman doing some random thing. Sometimes they'll at least have the decency to point at the screen or nod their head, but usually these creators rarely speak and rarely add anything to the original content. I tried messaging a few of these creators personally, but had few respond and even fewer willing to claim that their content was lazy and repetitive. I understand that everyone has a hustle these days to try and get famous on the internet, but these accounts use camouflage tactics. This is a term usually applied to advertising, but I believe it plays out the exact same way when applied to these reaction TikTokers. Your goal is to be as boring as possible, so your fried attention span will only focus on the video playing on the left side of the screen. You viewing their videos boosts them in the algorithm, whether it be on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, and you'll likely never even notice the balding middle-aged man to the right of the video of Biden and Donald Trump playing Minecraft. This kind of content shouldn't be allowed to exist, let alone generate huge follower bases. It would be one thing if these accounts were at least giving verbal commentary to the clip they are watching, but even that is too much for them. I don't really have a point or conclusion to this video. As long as short video content reigns supreme on social media, these kinds of lazy tactics for artificially gaining followers will exist and most likely thrive for a long time. But with that being said, leave a comment down below if you've also noticed this bizarre return of reaction content, for like the 5th time now. And if you've stuck around this long, please consider liking and subscribing. And with that being said, treat yourself to something nice today, call your grandmother, I'm sure she'll appreciate it, and have a great day, guys.